question. You were when a motherfucker hot stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, trains out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Come on in. This
I got my young
money, big money here. Big money here. They've been talking. They know. Get out the way. Let them talk. Let bosses talk. Young bosses, man.
Dev, he said that he wants you to look exciting. He only wants exciting fights.
I think he's going to look very exciting. I think he's going to put on a beautiful performance. But he knows what he got to do. He's not going to look over.
All due respect, why do you feel like I need to look exciting or whatever the case may be? Why not just make it happen for all the belts, no matter what?
Oh no, we're gonna do that.
Good. That's it. That's all right, baby.
As long as
if it makes sense.
It makes sense.
No, of course.
And I know you already said you come to Charlotte, so that's beautiful because
I'll fight you on Jupiter if I got to.
Look, hey, I told Eddie if someone pulls out, I'll fight this weekend. Regardless of the cut. I'll fight this weekend, but no one's pulling out.
Do you respect Devin as a champion in your division? Do you respect him as a champion in your division?
Yes, of course I respect him. I always have respected him, and he knows how much I've respected him, and there is a mutual respect here. But if things go right, and the dotted line obviously gets signed by both sides.
Is this the true undisputed? Is this the true undisputed right here?
Look, we're going to get it done, and you know what? There won't be any more games or bullshit about what it is.
Why do you think Devin has been so much avoided? Why do you think he's been like one of the most avoided fighters like out there?
Look, he's a talented guy. No disrespect there. That's not my business. Maybe they can't get the right fights.
Look at my interviews before the fight. I wasn't saying, Teo gonna thrash him or nothing like that. I said, man, Teo don't look too good to me. I don't know if Teo gonna win because I was talking to him. I knew how focused he was. I'm like, man, I don't know. I was actually gonna go bet on him. I'm fucking pissed still to this day. No, I'm pissed to this day that I didn't bet, but I had to work out, so I couldn't time it right. But man, it's all good.
Look, I was a dog in that fight, and you know what?
You know what I said though? I'm gonna make it back because we're gonna do it for the belts, and I'm gonna get all the money back.
So if Devin agrees to fight you in Australia,
I'm gonna make more.
Listen, if Devin agrees to fight you in Australia,
we don't make it.
If Devin agrees to fight you in Australia, is there any chance you'll turn it down at all?
If he agrees to fight in Australia, like I said, as long as it makes sense with everything else,
110%.
I'll fight anybody.
We're going to get past this in the fourth.
Yes.
We're going to make it happen.
How you feel about fighting in Australia?
Hey, we don't want to pull that Teo card.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Let's bleed this morning. King Jr., Ratchet since 91, Jelly Bean, Tay-Tay, good morning. Brent Fox, Black Alpha, Alfred, what up, bro? No doubt, fam. King Corleone, Ketty Peeps, Eric Holt, Steve Elder, Mac, Jeffrey H. Lopez in the building. Kai World, MP, what the fuck? Was really good. Kevin Dunbar, Straight Combo, Big Block. Robert Singleton, PGH, Big Dog in the building. Jerome Truitt, Mr. Shelton. Yup, he sure is. Will, old school, salute, fam. Outlaw Jr. in the building. Chris Chandler, Eric Jenkins. Mansa Musa, Lifestyle in the building. MXC, salute. Marcus the Villain. Michael B. Man down in the building, salute, fam. Phil Hill, Ad Solo. Xavier, what up? Smash the like button on the way in, family. Hold on, I gotta tighten one of my brothers up. Yes, sir. All right. Y'all see it. Y'all seen it. And 88 Sports Talk, salute. Faith and Cross, salute. And that's one of the reasons why us as supporters of the sport got trust issues. That's one reason why. Kambosos put up a post on Instagram a couple of days ago. And let me go to it. He's standing there with all his hardware, you know, with that fake WBC belt. Anthony Lamar, salute. The brothers UK in the building. Champion Heart, salute, fam. And he got all the hardware. He has that franchise status. I don't understand what's going on, to be honest. He got 2 of them. I don't get it. And he's standing there posting. He says, "He who holds the gold holds the keys. Molan Labe. If you want it, come and get it." He has an Australian flag, and I think that's the Greek flag, because the Spartans were Greek, right? No doubt, Anthony. And he says, hashtag step up, boys. So I jumped in here. My man Thomas said some Brooklyn Braun salute. He said what he said. And then I jumped in and I said, at George Kambosos Jr., I supported you up until this point. You said you would fight Devin Haney. And I tagged him in it at real Devin Haney for undisputed, and now you are showing the world that you are not a man of your word. This is the exact same thing that got Teofimo in bad graces with real supporters. I hope your bank account is worth the lack of integrity. Said that straight to him. I don't know if he didn't flag it. He didn't block me or nothing. He had to have seen it. Bruce goes, what up, OG? So I know he saw it. I need you to understand that I was clearly rooting for him. How many times did you guys hear me say, hey, man, Kambosos, I don't know how he's going to win, but him winning is for the greater good of boxing. Hold on, I got to block a weird son bitch. You know what? I ain't even going to, whatever, man. Get my views up. God damn, there's a lot of hoes out here. Jeez Louise. Let me go to my videos. Let me see. Kambosos. Y'all remember when I did that video when DB Martha Track, salute. CT Fat Boy, salute. T Hunt, what up? Y'all remember when I did that video? Matter of fact, let me just share it. I'm just gonna share it, man, because, you know. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Well, it's fight night. Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos. Kambosos. Why am I saying his name so much? Have y'all seen this? Tell me what's wrong. And you wonder why the zone is failing over here? Somebody in marketing is getting fired. Or they should be. Reason number 512 why Kambosos needs to win this fight tonight. I don't know if he's going to win. I'm saying I hope he does. This is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. If I saw that, I'd be like, yo, man, you know what? Say my name, say my name. This is ridiculous. Can you spell the man's name correctly? Can you spell it? Anybody put that out? Wait, before I go off the handle,
Is that real? Is that real? Y'all let me know, is that real? Because that's just a portion of why I'm doing this video. But I want to reiterate, Kambosos needs to win. It's for the betterment of boxing.
Remember that? Abadorti, Black Vision, Picasso's, salute. Brian H., salute. Salute, counselor. Rob Singleton, phenomenal Mexican, salute. Remember how bad they violated him? I did a few videos about how Kambosos needs to win for the greater good of boxing. For the greater good. Remember I said that? I said that about a few fighters. Why did I say that? Because Teofimo, God, a salute. Teofimo had to come up off those belts, man. William, salute. He had to come. Did Teofimo not have to come up off those belts? Why did Teofimo have to come up off those belts? Because Devin Haney was never on the menu. Now let's take a trip back down memory lane. How did we get here? In order to understand how you're here, you have to understand where you came from. How did we get here with all this confusement? How did we get here? Okay. I got to remind people because fans have selective memory. It's not short term because all of this shit just happened. But they have selective memory. Selective. That's right, phenomenal Mexican. The second franchise champion ever was Vasily Lomachenko. He was franchise champion number 2. It was his turn to face Devin Haney. And just when we thought we had a fight, y'all remember when it was his turn? Calvin, what up? Y'all remember when it was his time, we started to say, hey, man, we're about to see what Devin is made of. And we're about to see Trick, what up? And we're about to see if the Matrix is for real. We're going to see what pill he took, the blue one or the red one. Remember when it was building up? And then what happened? Y'all remember the people in the comment section? Oh, Devin's going to get it now. Devin's going to get it now. Scorpio the Slim fella in the building. Salute. Dwayne Jones, salute. King Bonnie, what up? Devin's going to get it now. I said, we're going to see. Remember that? You remember when people started talking shit? I said, okay. He said the fake tricks. Exactly. Remember that? Get out of bed one morning and I hit the shower and pack in my gym bag, turn on my phone. It's plastered all over social media. It's on Boxing Scene, World Boxing News. And I'm like, what is this? Franchise? I said, wait a minute, there's already a Southern T, salute. I said, there's already a franchise status. What is this? Lomachenko, new franchise status. I said, wait a minute. You can't have a franchise belt in the real belt. So what's happening here? Vacate. Not really a vacate. Y'all know what he did. Africa's home in the building. Salute, fam. In that super chat, he said, salute, Drew. Peace to the chat. Salute to you, fam. Much love and appreciation. Love you guys, man. Let me see something real quick. All right. Thomas, what up, bro? Y'all remember that, right? We don't got short memories. We remember that much, right? Exactly, Gardis. He getting his eyebrows arched. Buzz, what up? He says getting his eyebrows arched.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
GB Lifetime, salute. Oh yeah, Trick. We're gonna revisit that. We're gonna revisit the whole role, and I might do it this Sunday. You know what? No. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until you're available. I'm gonna do a whole show on the Black Murderers Row. I'm gonna do a whole show on it. And I'm gonna make the comparison as to what's going on today. And here comes Big Dog Willie. Khan has a better chin than Hagler, actual fact. In what Marvel universe does Amir Khan have a better chin than Hagler? I'm sure in one of those universes. Oh, shit. Where is Captain Crunch? I don't know, but he watching me with his Bobby Brown jaw. You were never a cop. Stolen valor. Mike Biggs, what up?
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Smut. Anyway, back to boxing. Because that's what we hear, right? We talking boxing, right? So Devin Haney gets the belt in the email. And everyone starts saying, Teofimo, what up? Everyone starts saying, Devin, email champion. We was like, wait a minute. Who sent the email? Yeah, email champion. Wait a minute. Who sent the email? Oh, Devin ain't the real champion. He got it in the email. Time out. In order to understand how he got it, who sent it? Watch this. That dude got robbed. That's fucked up. Who did it? That dude got robbed, though. And they hit him with a pipe. Okay. Is he alive? Yeah. Is he good? He going to the hospital. He going to live. Who did it? He got robbed. Who did it? Can we solve this issue? We know what happened. We see it. Who did it? And then you find out it's someone that they put on a pedestal. Someone that you never think would do that. You see what I'm saying? And that's the point of this whole show. This is why we have trust issues. Vasily Lomachenko was put on a high pedestal. And he ducked someone. And the fact that he ducked a black fighter, no one cared. They still talk shit about Devin Haney. Can you tell me what the fuck Devin Haney actually did wrong? Tell me what he did wrong. He's looking for smoke. What did he do wrong other than want to fight everybody around him? What did he do wrong? What's all the hate for Devin Haney exactly? What did he do? Let me help y'all. I'll never let a white boy beat me. You know who he was talking about. Ancestral race. Salute. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That right there. And when he said it, now mind you, no one pays attention to those YouTube channels. He said it on 78's channel. That shit was worldwide news that morning. It was worldwide news that morning. Not about boxing, not about when is Vasily Lomachenko going to beat up this kid. It was more about what he said. And it was quick. Y'all remember that? But nobody watches us though, right? Right. Had to make the brother apologize, right? Because it never got over it. I can't tell the young man what to do. We all said I wish he didn't, but look, I'm not in his shoes. I want what's best for him and Bill. I want them to make millions of dollars. And when Devin leaves the game, I want him to have all his marbles with millions in his bank account and have his own promotional company and thrive. That's what I want for them. That's why I support them. And they held on to that. Not why is Lomachenko ducking him? Not why did Lomachenko request, and Mr. Finesse, salute, request a franchise status. Now let me park there for a minute. GB Lifetime Video, salute to you in that super chat. He said, Drew, you 100% correct, brother. Keep speaking facts. That's all I know how to do. That's all truth. That's all I know how to do. Because everything happened in real time, and I'm just reiterating what happened. It's really not hard. Now, interpretation is something different. You'll get somebody on here and interpret this whole thing totally different. It's up to people to decide what they choose to believe. Perception is everything. But I know what I saw, and I understand the term cognitive dissonance. That's why I leave the definition of it on my layer. You dig what I'm saying? Perception is everything. Sure Will in the building. Stormy Beamer and the Sensei in the building. He said, nobody tuned in for another lesson last night. Such hypocrisy. Yo, man. I'm not even gonna go there, brother. We speak. We speak. New Fat Boy Fitness in the building. Salute. Smooth Shot. Salute. Lomachenko, Joe the Beast, salute. Lomachenko says, I never requested the franchise status. They offered it to me. So then I was saying, why would they offer him the franchise status? That must mean they don't want Lomachenko to fight Devin Haney. That must mean they see more value. They see more value in Lomachenko running around as a champion than they do Devin Haney. Then they throw a mic in front of Macadon, salute. 9806 degrees, salute. Marcus Wall, salute. They see more value in Lomachenko than they do Devin Haney. I said, here we go. This is the bullshit. Here we go again. And then they throw a mic in front of Lomachenko. He says, I never asked for that shit. So I said, wait a minute. Who's lying? Who's lying? Asante El, salute. I said, who's lying? Somebody's lying. But here's what I've determined. Whether 503 line in a mother effing building. Who's lying? Whether he's lying, whether Mauricio asked him or he asked for it, guess what? Mauricio offered it to you and you accepted it, Vasily. I see you. Joseph Townsend in the building. I see you. You ain't asked for it, but you damn sure accepted it. So either way, the responsibility falls on both y'all dumbasses. And it was at that point, main boxing biker in the building. It was at that point that I said, you know what? All these guys is full of shit. Look, the dude is skillful, but I'm not going to talk him up no more. You know why? Do y'all get why 78 says, I'm not going to big up 70. I'm not going to big up Lomachenko. I'm not going to big up Triple G. I'm not going to big up Canelo. Why? They don't need our fucking help. They don't need our fucking help. J Everything, salute. J Walk, salute. They don't need our help. They got old media and racist fans that'll enable anything that happens around them, no matter what they do. Did you get what I just said? They have old media and racist fans that will enable anything that they do. Why the fuck is there a mic in front of Ryan Garcia? Could Devin Haney do what Ryan Garcia is doing and still be put in the mix of everything that's going on at 135 with no belt? Terrence Bailey in the building, Andrew Gray. Did I say that Lomachenko can't fight? No. I'm saying he don't need my help. Watch this. Ryan Garcia, we don't know what he can do. I'm left to assume that all he does is talk shit and he's scared to get in the ring with any real competition. But they consistently put a mic in his face and keep bigging him up like he did something. Could Devin Haney do what Ryan Garcia does? Not fight for a year on Twitter talking shit? No, they say he's the email champion and ignore the fact that Lomachenko ducked him and that Teofimo Lopez ducked him. Acondo, what up? This is what's happening. This is what's happening in real time. But when we pointed out, they pointed towards us. You're playing the race card. It's not like that. You can't explain. Yo, when Devin Haney had a shoulder injury, how fast did they take the title from him? Remember that? Tell me. When Devin Haney had his injury, how fast did they strip him of the belt, the WBC? Now watch this. Watch this, y'all. I got to remind y'all of certain shit because people will try and smoke screen everything. Guillermo Rigondeaux. That's right, at Southern T, it was Aesop. Guillermo Rigondeaux couldn't find no work. Abner Mares, Leo Santa Cruz, Scott Quigg, and Carl Frampton all ducked him out loud. Ducked him. They ducked him out loud. Rigo had to go up how many weight classes to fight Lomachenko, a fight that I went to, screaming at the top of my lungs for Rigo. I wanted that win from so bad. Tupac Biggie, Conor Loco in the building. Salute to you, fam. Duke Todd, salute. Y'all remember that? He went up, fought Vasily Lomachenko. I was there at that fight. Rigo walked past me in the aisle. I swear to God, my nephew's bigger than him, and he's only 14. At the time, he was, how many years ago was that? He was like 11. Man, Rigo was like this big. I said, oh, shit. I saw Vasily come out the other end. He came in that fight like at least 147. And I said, man, damn. Salute to my brother Thomas in that super chat. He said Dan Raphael's a piece of shit too. That's all. Yeah, he is. Hamburger. He's Hamburglar and Grimace. Now, you know who he is? Dan Raphael is Big Mouth from the Smurfs. Remember that? Big Mouth hungry. CB Sports in the building. Salute. Big Mouth. So Guillermo gets in the ring and he loses. Do y'all remember what they did to him? Y'all remember? He lost to Vasily Lomachenko, but the title he had, I think at 122, was it at 122? Correct me, y'all. They stripped him of that. He lost to Vasily, and they stripped him of a belt. He didn't lose that belt. It was 122 or was it 118? He had a belt. I can't remember if it was 118 or 122. WBA went, thank you, Robert. WBA stripped him of the 122 belt he had. I said, why are they stripping him there when he lost? He just lost the fight up there, but they stripped him down here? That don't make no sense. There were people saying, no. He was supposed to get stripped. I said, wait a minute. No, he wasn't. He didn't lose down there. Cassandra, salute. But fine. There was nothing we could do about that because people hated Rigo. He's boring and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Right? Let me ask you a question. Yeah, I'm going there at such your age. You know I was going there as soon as I said his name. Leo Santa Cruz goes up and gets he gets his shit knocked out. Tank Davis knocked his sneakers off his feet. He was asleep. He knocked him right into a dream about a woman because he was on the floor sleeping, smiling. We all saw the pictures. I said, yo, is he smiling? And when he woke up, his shoes was missing. And I'm glad he got up, and I'm glad he's okay, and I'm glad he's back with his new Super Saiyan hair. Good for him. That knockout was one of the most scariest things I've seen. I didn't want him to die, but I did say good for him. I said, he's okay, good for him. But that's what you get for ducking Rigo. But you know what happened? After he got slept, did they take his belt from him? And I don't care what sanction. What was that, the WBA also? Whatever it was, they didn't strip him. You went up there, got knocked out by Tank. He still maintained his title in the lighter division. Make it make sense. Gary Russell. Oh, yeah, he dug Gary too. Yeah, he sure did. Gary Russell. Yeah, it was WBA. Man, listen. Y'all already know how I feel about WBA. You know, Gloria Martinez, Mike Fox. Do I got to go there? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But when we point out this shit, these are the things that ESPN is not telling you. Fox is not telling you. The PBC don't make enough noise about that shit. What is Devin Haney doing wrong? Psst. Wanting to fight people that he could beat, which is everybody at 135. And to them, that's bad for their business. How do you justify Vasily Lomachenko? So enter Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. Family. There you go. Family. Do y'all remember me saying that Teofimo Lopez beating Vasily Lomachenko is for the greater good of boxing? Do y'all remember me saying that? Zelos Newton, salute. My man Batman. Speaking of the Russells, Batman in the building. He said, tell them like they told Gary Russell Jr., move up and move on. He got Josh Regis, Ramirez, Zepeda, Marius, and Anton Russell. Wouldn't turn him down for the fight, Drew. Yeah, well, listen. Here's how I see it. All fighters that in the top 5, dump those goddamn belts. A lot of y'all can't afford those sanctioning fees anyway. Dump the belts, get together, put pen to paper, fight, and the same people will come out and see you. Because we pay to see the fighters. We don't pay to see no goddamn belts. We don't pay to see the belts. There's no reason why your brother should have been fighting once a year. We spoke about this many a times. I don't know what the fuck is. Y'all see, when people start calling us Hamanites and shit, that's fancy word for nigga lover. It's not about that. Because we held him accountable. Right now, the shit that happened with Gary Russell was a fucking crime. And I'm never going to stop speaking about that. Never. Everyone drop those belts and get together with your rivals and make some real money and keep it for yourself. Fuck those belts. You have social media. How many of us would have paid to see Gary Russell and Devin Haney with no network? Let's just say they jumped on, John Page YouTube and set it up in a way where you had to pay $5 to watch it or something like that. Let's say you had to pay $30 to watch it. Jamal, salute. Press 1 on my champ side, salute the champ side. Press 1 if you'd have paid $50 to watch Gary Russell versus Devin Haney on YouTube. Press 1, no belt involved. Press 1 if you'd have paid, if they just got together and just formulated a website just for that fight. Press 1 if you'd have paid for it. I'd have paid $50 for it, easy. Can you imagine? Anton on the Cop Killer, salute. Anton on the undercard. Put all the Russells on the card. Main event, Gary Russell versus Devin Haney. Hell, if it was in the DMV, I'd have went. You know how I do. I'd have purchased it at the crib, and I'd have went. I'd have went if it was in the DMV. Fuck these belts, man. Kambosa, because he allowed them to do that shit. Huh? See? Kambosa, crazy disrespect. He allowed them to do that shit He exists because of all this fuckery. This is ridiculous. Really? Who the fuck was Kambosos prior to Teofimo Lopez? Oh, but he was undefeated. Watch this. Who'd he beat? They like saying that with Devin Haney. They like saying that with black fighters. Who'd he beat? He ain't do enough. Right? So Lomachenko, Ring Dragon TV, salute. Lomachenko gets in the ring with Teofimo. Mind you, a lot of us were saying, Teo gonna beat this guy. And he did. Did we not celebrate and congratulate Teofimo? Did we not do that? Didn't we applaud that young man and say, yo, look, man, okay, wasn't he talking that shit? The takeover. And I said, okay, you got a young, hungry lion. I'm supporting him. He's out of Brooklyn. I'm supporting him. Here we go, undisputed. And what happened? He requested the franchise status. And I said, wait. Whoa. What's going on here? How's he requested the franchise status? It's not transferable. Y'all remember when the franchise status wasn't transferable? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Now it's transferable. I said, why is he asking for that shit? It's not real. Uh-oh. And then he's running around talking about, I'm undisputed. I said, no. Then what the fuck does Devin Haney have? Oh, he got an email belt. The real belt from Vasily Lomachenko. Wait a minute. I'm confused. I'm totally confused.
But one of these kids is doing his own thing. Now it's time to play our game. It's time to play our game.
What's happening? Eric Jenkins, salute. What the fuck is happening? So now he's undisputed? And then did you remember Mauricio Suleiman trying to play games? Ramel Lane, salute. Del Rip, salute. You remember he was trying to play games and say, well, technically he is undisputed? We was like, no, there's a dispute. Lomachenko, Felix Nunes, salute. Lomachenko vacated that. He gave that belt to Devin Haney. He gave it to him. That's what happened. Y'all could come in here and play games with words and shit like that. Like motherfuckers say, we say, look, Canelo cheated. Motherfuckers be like, well, it wasn't steroids. Look, it was a banned substance on a list. It was on a banned substance list. He cheated. That is the bottom line. If cotton candy was on the banned substance list and they found it in the system, he cheated by way of the rules, right? Y'all like to play with the rules. Vince, what up? Y'all like to play with the rules when it suits your agenda. This is the bottom line. Flawless. Salute. Dr. Mark in the building. When it suits your goddamn agenda. And all we will ever want is fairness. We're not asking for something outrageous. We're asking for fights. Canelo in here. Best in the game, right? He's asking for all kinds of catch weights and shit. The first franchise champion. Moving up and down in weight. Failing drug tests. And no one's holding him accountable. Vacating belts instead of fighting Triple G when he was supposed to originally. Y'all forgot that shit? Ducking Andre. He did that. Come on, man. And when we point that out and say, yo, look. All we want is these fights to happen. You just hate Latinos. Man, shut that soft shit up. Get out of here with that. We just want the fights, motherfucker. How do you explain us holding Dillian White accountable? And he's the blackest motherfucker. He's one of the blackest motherfuckers I've ever seen. Playing games with gloves. Yeah, he did that shit too. Against Oscar Rivas. Cheated him. Skin gloves or whatever he did with the gloves. And missing B samples. We said, pause. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing? That was us. Elevated consciousness, salute. That was us with that. That wasn't even ESPN. That wasn't Skip Brainless. That was us. So Teofimo gets George Kambosos, ducks Devin Haney. Sidebar, Devin Haney's on his bumper. Bolts UK, salute. He's on his bumper more than once. Pulls up on him. Oh, you the WBC champion? I'm surprised you ain't got the belt with you now. I'm surprised you ain't got it with you right now. I'm surprised you ain't got it with you right now.
But one of these kids is doing his own thing. Now it's time to play our game. It's time to play our game.
Who the fuck shows up to a Canelo event with all of their hardware? That was the illest reach I ever seen. That shit was embarrassing. I said, what the fuck? You walk around with that shit? What? But when Devin walks up on you, you asking where's his belt? His real WBC belt that you don't have? And Trick Nolte told me to play because he spoke to someone that knows Tio Sr. The play the whole time was never to fight Devin Haney. The play was, now listen carefully, y'all. The play was to beat Kambosos and go up to fight Josh Taylor in a fight in which he would have got murdered in. Josh Taylor would have beat the shit out of him. And then he put out an article. I did a video on it. He did an article. He put out, he said he wants to face Josh Taylor at if I remember correctly, I got to look at it. He may have mentioned the catch weight. He may have mentioned it. And he wanted to say undisputed versus undisputed. And Josh Taylor is really undisputed. He really did the work. Salute to Josh Taylor. He did it for real at 140. He did it for real. And Josh Taylor his response was crazy. He was like, what? First of all, Josh Taylor said he's not even undisputed. Case closed. Jim Diamond, salute. Case closed. Johnny Q, what up? Case closed. Case closed. He said he's not even undisputed. Don't come up here. Josh will beat the shit out of Teofimo Lopez. Stop. But that was the play. He said undisputed versus undisputed. And I'm like, he's not undisputed, man. That's right, Steve L. We got J-Lo. Right. Still waiting on that. But time reveals all truth. He got in the ring with Kambosos. Now, it's funny. I said Lomachenko losing to Teofimo is for the greater good. And that was based off of the thought that Teofimo would fight for undisputed. He didn't do that. So then I said, look, man, Kambosos fighting Teofimo and winning is for the greater good. And let's not front. We didn't know who Kambosos was. We saw his record. I looked at his record. I said, David Scott, salute. I barely recognize anybody on this man's record. But you know what? I don't care. I hope that this guy beats him because it's for the greater good. This guy, Tio's, if he wins, he's gonna move on and try and fight Josh Taylor. He's gonna duck Devin Haney. Well, he got in there, and George beat his ass. Had some trouble, I think, in round 10, but he showed the utmost professionalism and he beat his ass. Now remember, I said I don't know if George is gonna be. I didn't know what kind of fighter George was, but leading up to the fight, I started following him on social media. Yeah, I only knew Bay. That's the only name I knew on his record. But I started following him on social media. I started bigging him up, wishing him luck. I believe I may have said it on a couple of posts. You winning is for the greater good. Somebody liked it. I don't know if it was one of his fans or whatever. But if you're doing the work, I saw him in the gym. And you forget, you forget, you guys forget. How many times was that fight postponed? Y'all remember that? Oh, by the way, you remember when I big T.O. up for getting his Triller deal? I said, look, man, I don't know how it's going to work out down the road. But he put the fuck to Bob Arum. Anytime someone does that, that's good. So big up to the kid for getting his money. My big bro Connell says, I knew and told folks about him, but damn, he let me down with the BS he doing now. Yeah, Yeah. Yeah, you know, Connor did know who Kambosos was. He did know. Connor did know. He did know. I didn't know. I had no idea. I didn't know. But he went in there, dropped Tio in the first round, and he got it done. Got Tio doing backflips in the empty arena. No one sees it, kid. Pack it up. The cameras are unplugged. What the fuck you doing? And I said, yes. Remember, I rooted for Tio, and I was based off of the thought that he was going to do what he was supposed to do. I was rooting for you, dude. You didn't do it. You didn't do it. Didn't do it. So, after that, he fights Kambosos. Tio fights Kambosos, loses. Now his father's saying, hey, man, I left my son at 140 too long. Blah, blah, blah. Now you saying you got 3 pay-per-views. Scripted Virtuoso, salute. You got 3 pay-per-views with Top Rank. I don't know who the hell you think you fighting on the pay-per-view. Nobody's checking for you. Remember, you didn't fight in the big side of the garden. You fought next door in the theater. But you did fight in the big house. You know when Teofimo fought in the big house in the garden? He fought on the undercard of Bud Crawford and Amir Chin Khan. He fought on the undercard of that. You're not a star. Jeremy, what up? You're not a star, young man. That's just what it is. So now he's trying to figure shit out, and he's talking shit on social media. He's losing his mind. Whatever, man. Y'all know he's weak mentally. Talked all that shit about fighters he'll never fight. Deontay Wilder, Devin Haney. You could have fought at least one of those guys. You ain't fighting Deontay. Talked all that shit. Very belligerent. Very stupid. Very ignorant. Stolen valor. Shots fired. Yeah, I know, Mike. So now Tio's trying to find himself. He need to get up with Keith Thurman and Geo James. Salute. Keith could refer him to somewhere where he found his wife so he could just play a flute and make a cobra come out the basket and find himself. That's what he needs to do. Because the kid got demons. But anyway, so now Kambosos has the precious, my precious. And y'all saw what he said. Devin said, I'll go to Jupiter to fight you. Kambosos was very gentlemanly, and he said, yeah, you know, if it makes sense, what doesn't make sense? No one knew you, but you beat this guy. You're a star overnight. The next step is undisputed. Keep going. Maybe you'll beat Devin. Maybe. Slip the jab in the building. Maybe you'll beat Devin. I don't think so. Joe, what up? But at least do it. Okay, he said he'd go to Australia. Is there more money on Australia? Aren't they shutting Australia down and shit? I don't even think they have any money to foot the bill for anything over there. They got to borrow from the government. Shemaine, salute. They have all kinds of weird shit. You'll do better over here. But whatever. But now you pump faking and you're entertaining Lomachenko. How the fuck did Lomachenko get in here? And then I'm reading people saying, fight Vasily, fight Vasily. How the fuck did that happen? Carl Lee, salute. How did Lomachenko jump the line? Kamara, salute. How did Lomachenko jump? Why is anyone even talking about him? Undisputed. Do y'all want undisputed or not? And if the fight don't happen, they're going to find a way to blame Devin Haney. They up here talking about he priced himself out. What are you talking about? Sell your chains. What are you talking about, nigga? See? And just like that, I got a problem with George Kambosos. You see? Heal a salute. Yup, that's right, ancestral ways. He was born with white skin. That's how he jumped the line. Murder it, fam. Kane, what up? They want Lomachenko back in the mix because no matter how many seats he don't sell, he is forever good for business. Meanwhile, he hasn't sold a pay-per-view. He hasn't made a quarter of the money. Well, he might have made a quarter of the money. He ain't make more money than Devin Haney. They refuse to let us shine. Now, Lomachenko never said anything, crazy. Y'all know what I mean when I say crazy. Windy City Assassin, salute. Yeah, of course, the Cavs are going to call for Ryan Garcia and Kambosos. What the fuck is what the fuck is? Oh my God. We could legitimately say, what did Jeff Horn ever do in life, in boxing, other than allegedly beat Manny Pacquiao? Well, he beat him on paper, but we all saw the fight. Kambosos, what did he do in boxing? He beat Teofimo Lopez and became unified. And what sucks is, here we go again, and I'm glad you brought that up. Do you know how many American fans are pushing for Lomachenko versus Kambosos rather than Devin Haney? Do you know how many American fans? An Australian and a Ukrainian. And Undisputed is not involved. USA. Man, fuck y'all, man. Fuck y'all. For real. Fuck y'all. I'm just keeping it boxing. No, you're not, asshole. Idiot. Swear to God, I hate this sport. I hate how it's conducted. And these casual fans, you motherfuckers keep trying to appeal to these casual fans. Casual fans don't spend no money. They don't come watch you fight. They fire stick your shit. They fire stick your shit. I'm telling you right now. Ask Bud. It's fake, man. Lomachenko never sold a pay-per-view, but you would think he's a rock star. They threw a lot of money at Canelo, but he's a drug cheat. And he ducked fights. He did. Remember, they like to say, Floyd, he ducked a lot of fights. Canelo ducking how many fights right now? I was just keeping it boxing. Yeah, sure. Just keeping it boxing. I'll bet. Skinny Too Litty, salute. I'll bet. You're just keeping it boxing. If it was really about boxing, old media, the perfect time to get on Al Haymon's bumper was over Gary Russell. Such a talent. Why wasn't he offered a franchise status? Hey, Al, PBC, why is he only fighting once a year? And throw the mic in his face. Or someone who represents him. And make them tell you why that talented Gary Russell guy is only fighting once a year. Make him tell you. Because we were asking. DOG, salute. St. Louis Mix, salute. We were asking the whole time. Ramel Lane. Yo, when Gary and Devin were in negotiations, that shit made the news. Old media was talking about it. But remember when it said fights aren't made? Remember when Eddie Hearn said fights aren't made on social media? Remember he said that? There goes that. Winner TV says, Viva Mark Magsayo. Yeah, salute to Mark Magsayo. Good luck to him. Let's see how he pans out. Do not block him, please. Do not block that fella, please. He waited 4 long weeks to come in here and say that, and I'm glad. He's not being disrespectful. Salute your guy. I want to see what the kid's made of. I thought Magsayo lost to Gary, but he got the win. So let's see what he's made of. The time to throw the mic in the PBC's face was over while Gary Russell was only getting 1 fight a year. And then when Gary loses the belt, what did they do? What did Dan Redfield say? Free at last, as if he was holding it hostage. Was he holding it hostage, or could Gary not get any fucking work? Longest reigning champion that the WBC had. You got an all-star on your bench and you're not playing him. You got an all-star on your bench and you're not playing him. Make it make sense. You got an all-star player on your bench and you're not playing him. Make it make sense. You got an all-star on your bench. No airtime. Make it make sense. Boss. But I also keep it boxing, boss. I also keep it boxing. You know, Gary, he sure did have it. Yeah, and Deontay Wilder, I'll just keep it boxing. And, you know, Devin Haney, you know, okay.
Yeah, come on!
I am no longer concerned about talking boxing with a bunch of Negroes that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Get away from me. Winner TV says you can ask Manny Pacquiao about the rematch right now. His main focus on you. Yeah, unify. Don't rematch Gary, because if Magsayo rematches a healthy Gary, he's gonna get beat like a drum. My opinion. 919 salute. My opinion. And if you disagree, you can disagree. My thing is this: if you think one way and I think another, how do we solve it? The fighters have to fight. And right now, it's not in Magsayo's best financial interest to run it back with Gary Russell in risk of losing the little clout that he just got. Ricky, salute. Magsayo couldn't beat a wounded animal in front of him. He was punching fresh air. Gary comes into a fight injury-free. Magsayo is going to get beat. But focus on unifying, because a rematch with Gary is bad for business. So the smart thing to do is to focus on unifying. Young World, salute. Yeah, buddy. So, but listen, support your guy. You're supposed to. I'm not going to knock you for supporting your guy. Listen, support your guy. It's cool. Where it's not cool, now listen, where it's not cool is when you degrade others while you're supporting your guy. That's not cool. That's not cool. Support your guy. That's cool. You ain't got to talk about anything else but that. But I'm going to check you monkeys, because y'all don't see what's going on. Y'all refuse to see it. Y'all insist it's just about a fighter having a clean training camp and getting in the ring and fighting about it. And that's not boxing. If boxing was a sport with integrity, you would have to send the camps to each other's locker rooms to watch the hand wraps. And now, Deontay ain't get poisoned, but I'm willing to bet a hell of a lot of fighters are bringing their own goddamn water. They're not drinking anything that's already provided for them in the building. I bet you. Nah. Deontay ain't get cheated. Yo, where's my water? What are you talking about? What's this? What's that? Oh, Windy City Assassin. Let me say this. Rashad Livingston, salute to you, bro. I appreciate you. Let me say this. If y'all missed it, y'all go to Tay Jones' channel. He had Cool Boy Steph on there. I was on the panel with him too. And Cool Boy Steph, I need you to watch what he says. I need you to listen to what he said. This industry has him turned off. Right now, he's not even thinking about boxing. He's not. He's not. Because he knows that this sport is fucked up. He's not. The vibe I got from him, when he's ready to come back, he's going to be 100. But right now, a fighter should be like 100% excited about their next outing in the ring. But right now, he's like, you know what? It is what it is. And that's how they want our black fighters. He said Martin Payne. I got you. Martin, yeah. And no matter how many times we talk about the dirty things done to Wilder, the casuals will say that they were making excuses, and though that we're making excuses, and those are the breaks. Those are the breaks. They don't know boxing. They don't know boxing. They don't. Try telling a lawyer about the law. And the lawyer will be looking at you like, what are you talking about? Well, I saw it on an episode of Law and Order. Oh, shit. Get away from me, man. I know boxing. I saw every Rocky movie. Oh, man, get the fuck out of here. Get away from me. Foolish mortal. Yeah. It started out good, but a lot of fighters, and after that Wilder shit, trust me, a lot of PBC fighters are like, ugh. They ain't gonna say it out loud, but I know they're like, ugh. Why hasn't Gary fought only once a year? Why didn't they fight as hard for Wilder and that cheating ass gypsy? Ugh. Something ain't right. What was better for business? Guys like Vasily Lomachenko, guys like Canelo Alvarez, guys like Tyson Fury, guys like Triple G, guys like Ryan Garcia. Charlos, bad for business. Andrade, worse for business. But for a black fighter to be good for business, crush the legend, salute. For a black fighter to be good for business, he has to be like Floyd Mayweather. Acting real ignorant, in trouble out of the ring, acting like Adrian Broner, throwing money at the camera, acting like Tank Davis, smacking phones out people's hands, getting into a shoving match with his baby mama. So when he's fighting, people tune in to hope to see them get their ass kicked. They can't come in like Deontay Wilder. Bomb squad, I love my people. Mike Brown got shot. I'm going down there to march. That's bad for business. King Kong Ortiz, bad for business. Doesn't speak good English. He can fight. He's a southpaw. But where's his market? Bad for business. But he could fight. So what do? Put him in a ring with Wilder. off of Wilder's request, and hopefully they cancel each other out. Guillermo Rigondeaux, bad for business. Black Cuban, speaks no English, can fight, and they label him as unexciting. It's bad for business. Main Boxing Biker in that super chat, much love and appreciation. He said boxing would put Gary, Haney, Shakur versus heavyweights. They sure would. And speaking of Shakur, bad for business. I'm not gonna let y'all forget this. He had one incident outside the ring, and I go to BoxRec, and they removed his Olympic picture where he's smiling, and they put in his mugshot from when he got arrested. We went in there, somebody went in there and changed it back to the Olympic picture, and then the next day they put it back to the mugshot. And then when we was on the barbershop, salute to Fred, we had to write emails to BoxRec. It was after that, in order to do anything on BoxRec, you have to be subscribed to them. You have to have a BoxRec account to see the picture of the fighter now. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that's why? Did y'all know that happened? Did y'all know that happened? That happened. Jermaine, salute. Ring Dragon says that's why Ward never got his due. Exactly. Bad for business. Oh, Ward, he's not active. He don't fight enough. I said he won the Super 6. And that was a long time ago. You know what was an even longer time ago? Triple G's amateur career and Vasily Lomachenko's amateur career. And one of the major selling points when they were selling them to the American audience, they had 1,000 amateur wins. Something along those lines. Something along those lines. Andre Ward, Olympian, clean cut, married man, family man, light skin, Negro. He can fight. Bad for business. Triple G says, hey, I think I'm going to go to 168 to fight Chavez Jr. Ward said, no, you don't. You coming up, you fighting me. I'm the guy. What did the audience say? Why are you bullying little Triple G? Why don't you go up and fight the Crusher? You don't want no smoke with the Crusher. 2 times Triple G tried to go to 168, and Ward said, no. You come up here, you fighting me. You ain't coming to my domain. Why is he bullying a small Triple G? I said, why is Triple G scared? Triple G ain't scared. Everyone go subscribe to Healer the Mind Body Coach. 110 more subs for him to get to 1K. Let's help that brother out. That's what we do over here. We help the brothers out. That's what we do. So let me try and find it real quick. Oh, here we go. And salute to Ellie Sekback. This is Ellie Sekback. By the time this video uploads, I might have to clip it. But when I said Triple G said he don't want no parts of Andre Ward, they said I was lying. And I knew I saw it. Here we go.
He's a nice guy. He's a big fighter, just
before this amateur career, right now this prof career, this 12 rounds, different situation.
You didn't dive in back then, did you?
Yes, one time. Yeah.
Okay. What was the result?
I win just. I remember not easy fight, just not close fight, just it's amateur, just 3 rounds, nothing, just points.
And you won?
Yes, I won.
Okay. 2 rounds or 4 rounds?
3 rounds. No, 4 rounds. 4 rounds, yeah.
And was it decision?
Yeah, decision.
Gennady, what do you say to Andre Ward that says that you're ducking him?
No, Andre Ward is too much for me. Not today.
You heard that? Andre Ward is too much for me. Not today. Let's play it again.
Too much for me. Not today.
No, say to Andre Ward that says that you're ducking him.
No, Andre Ward is too much for me. Not today. Andre and this Andre. It's me. It's me.
He didn't want no smoke with Andre Ward. He just said it. He's too much for me. Not today. He said it, not me. He said it. That was a while ago, too. That he was bullying him. So he said, yo, man, won't you go up to 175? And Andre Ward did. He had a warm-up fight against a durable, damn, I can't think of his name. But beat him, knocked him on his ass at one point. And then fought Kovalev twice. Beat him on the cards. Had to get up off the canvas to win in the first fight, and then knocked him out, stopped him in the second fight, and rode off into the sunset. Perfect. But Ward was bad for business. Kovalev's good for business, though. There was no cancel culture with Kovalev here. He beat up Becky, kicked her dog. Shorty got nerve damage. Remember that? But he's still the crusher. He put a shirt on his child with a monkey on it and said, look at Adonis Stevens. Remember that? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? I remember. I know, but we racist, though. And when we tell people all of this shit is about race, I'll just keep it boxing. I also think you're looking too deep into it, sir. I just think Triple G is a real good fighter. I think the Matrix, Lomachenko. Listen, I never said Lomachenko can't fight. I never said George Kambosos can't fight. I never said Canelo can't fight. I never said Triple G can't fight. I just said that those motherfuckers don't need my help promoting. They are okay. They don't need my help. They don't. When did you ever hear me say that those guys is trash? I always reflect on their behavior. There's a difference. There's a difference. But as far as promoting, they don't need my goddamn help. They got their complexion for the protection. Anthony Joshua had a machine behind him. And now we see why he was moved around guys like Ortiz and Deontay. We see it now. But we've been saying it. The marketing was already in play for him. He speaks the King's language. And he's marketed by Eddie Hearn. They tried to convince the American audience that he was this global star. And it was all bullshit. Eddie Hearn was right here on Park Avenue in New York talking about, hey, do you know Deontay Wilder? Do you know? No one knows him. No one knows him. Do you know Deontay Wilder? Do you know Deontay Wilder? He's asking old white women walking down Park Avenue. Get the fuck out of here. Guess what? AJ walks down any street in London and will get swarmed. Cool. So would Deontay. Because I've seen it. Hell, Shannon Briggs walked down the street of London. He gets swarmed when he was at the height of Let's Go Champ. Boxing is treated different over there than it is in the States. I showed a picture of AJ in Under Armour gear to my little cousin. I said, who's this? He said, I don't know who he played for. Meaning, he thought he played in the NFL somewhere. He said, who he played? I said, oh, shit. I said, he's a boxer. He said, who? Mm-hmm. Did Anthony Joshua not go to an NBA game and Reggie Miller call him Anthony Johnson on live fucking TV? Did that not happen? That happened, right? I was there. I saw it. I said, what the fuck? And that's the bottom line. And that's the bottom line right there. That's it. And to deny that it's not that, you're crazy. Where else could Kambosos get away in doing what he's doing? Undisputed is only important when two fighters that are good for business matters. Yo, listen. Was Floyd Mayweather ever undisputed? Yeah, that's right. That's right, Xavier. Yeah, this dude's lying about, they're lying about offers and, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Was Floyd Mayweather ever undisputed? Was Floyd Mayweather ever undisputed? Cameron, salute. Was he ever undisputed? Am I missing something? Did it matter? Yeah, John Hugh, he's going to milk it. He is. It didn't matter, right? What did Floyd say about those belts? They collect dust and they don't pay the bills. There's champions walking around right now with their copies of their belts sitting in their closet, and they can't pay the rent next month. So when I get on here and I talk about fighters and pension plans and what we need to do to improve the lifestyles of retired fighters, that's what I'm doing on my channel, and y'all hear it. That's why I have Freddie Pendleton up here. That's why I speak to Reggie Johnson, trying to figure things out. It breaks my heart when I brought on Angel Man Freddie. And he's talking and one of his eyes aren't moving. And he has to go get stuff done to his brain at the hospital I forget, like a couple of times a week. I genuinely am concerned about fighters. I'm concerned about the sport. That's why I say the sport don't love them. They don't love us. Vultures. That's why on certain events, when I don't get what I want, I'm going to hold my dollar. So on one hand, we could hate Floyd, but on the next hand, he secured his bag. And since it's like that and these belts don't mean shit, hey, listen. The WBC devalued their own real champion, which was Devin Haney. They devalued him. He devalued his own belt by creating one to keep it away from the black kid. He devalued it. Don't tell me he didn't. He did. When it was time for Canelo to fight Charlo, they invented a goddamn status so Canelo ain't had to fight Charlo. And then they mystified the whole process by having him go up to beat a wounded animal in Kovalev and say, well, he beat Kovalev, so he would have beat Charlo. I'm not gonna say that. Because Roy Jones went up and beat John Ruiz, came back down to 175, and what happened with him and Tarver? Had a hard fight and then got knocked out in the second round. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that. No one saw that coming. I said, okay, the first fight, he dropped, 20, 25 pounds of mass, and, okay, I'll give Roy, he looked bad, but I'll give Roy a pass on that. And Roy said, I was too tired, but now I've gone back into the weight that I'm supposed to be at. And in the first round when he fought Antonio, he beat him clearly. And I said, man, 12 rounds of this, Roy's going to school this kid. Second round, Tarver landed, and that was the end of that. It's boxing. It happens. It's boxing. But don't tell me what could have been when I didn't see it. Don't tell me what could have been when we didn't see it. Don't tell me that Canelo beats Charlo when it didn't happen. Make it happen. Who the fuck thought Buster Douglas was going to knock out Mike Tyson? Who thought that? Listen, when Chocolatito was #1 pound for pound and no one knew who the fuck he was, but old media was telling us, yo, he's #1 pound for pound. I said, okay, what happened after that list came out? Who the fuck even knew who Sarung Vasai was? Hold my beer. Hold my beer. Big Texas in the building. Hold my beer. Knocked him out violently. That was Sarung Vasai, right? Knocked him out violently. I said, well, there it goes. The hell? GB Lifetime, salute. Patricia Shelton, salute. John Page says, Floyd realized that belts didn't mean shit. Is the money. Yo, bro. That's what it's all about. That's what I'm saying. Everybody in the top 5, hell, top 10, fuck those sanctioning bodies. Fight who's ranked. And if there's somebody in the rival sanctioning body, fight them. Y'all get together and make some money. And if you're not a big enough name, you guys get together and say, yo, look, we're going to fight, but we have to jump on the undercard of a major card. So if you have everyone that dumped their belts, and let's say Tank is fighting Devin. No network, no belts involved. Those 2 fighters need to get on the undercard of them. Do business with each other. Because all this posturing and shit, another pandemic is going to come and we're going to get shut down again. Another COVID. No doubt, Dr. Mark. All around strong. Salute. No doubt. This is the type of time I'm on. I'm actually out here trying to do something to better the sport. My platform is not big. But those Sunday shows are so goddamn important when talking to these guys. You know what I mean? Guys that Trick Notes reach out to and they be like, oh, man, I thought y'all forgot about me. No, man. Sunday night fights, Tuesday night fights, Friday night fights. Come on, man. Some of these guys got regular jobs now. Walking past you in the street, you don't even know it. Rock stars to us. And I want to hear the truth about the business. You find out something new every day. It was a pleasure listening to Lou Savarese. That guy was a warrior. He was a warrior. He didn't win every fight, but he was in there, man. And salute to Lou Savarese. We cannot forget these guys. These casuals, they're only worried about the guys in our face. Did you really watch the sport? Was you listening when I said, yo, man, you remember on Friday nights, ESPN would have Friday night fights? On Galavision, there was another boxing show. I didn't understand a fucking word. I don't speak Spanish, but I was watching. I didn't even know the goddamn fighters in the ring. I'm just looking. Well, I did know a couple of guys. I think Jorge Arce fought on the card on that channel a couple of times. Y'all remember Ricardo Rocky Juarez? He fought on that channel a few times. Few guys. Come on, man. This is boxing, the sport I love, and it just don't love us back. Millions of dollars involved, sanctioning bodies playing games, not allowing fights to happen. There's no reason why Devin Haney shouldn't have had an opportunity at Undisputed right now. And they're inserting Lomachenko into the mix. What they're trying to do is get Lomachenko to fight Kambosos, beat him, and when he gets all the marbles, that franchise status, being that he requested it already, they're going to give it to him and start labeling him undisputed. This is a joke. They're devaluing their own property. So how the fuck are we supposed to take it serious? This is why we have trust issues. It's not only George. This is a lineage of bullshit. And I just find it strange that it's only the black fighters on the receiving end of this bullshit. Has Lomachenko ever got jerked? They didn't rob Kambosos, he really won. But now he's posturing and he's getting enabled by the fans. And he's sanctioning bodies. Enabling the nonsense. Tyson Fury with his record in life right now, I got a picture and I'm going to do a video about it today. He's running around Dubai. Man, if you see this shit, he's running around with Daniel Kennedy right now in Dubai, right now, with a turban on. Don't tell me shit about no Rick Ross, the real one. Don't tell me shit about no Jay Prince. When this man's walking around with a wanted man who can't go back to his own country, who has a track record of cheating, hanging around with a cartel leader. Let me see if I can upload the picture. I couldn't fucking believe it, man. Let Deontay get caught walking down the block with anybody that was related to some kind of criminal activity. It'd be front page fucking news. It's not about race. Why are you talking about race? Fucking monkeys.
Hello, monkeys.
Drew, you always talk about race.
Hello, monkeys.
Y'all gonna get this work. Now, I want to be very clear when I tell you this. I don't know about no goddamn. I didn't know who the fuck Daniel Kennedy was. I know who he was. And then they brought it to our attention. I was like, what? He did what? He shoot up what? What? This guy what? And all I could think of is like, man, he was a black man? There you go. There you go. There you go. The Gypsy King. This guy, Daniel Kennedy, you don't fuck with that guy. All right? You'll be under the goddamn, man. They will build a building over where he dumps your body, and you'll be never seen again. Okay? All right? Don't ever fucking tell me it's not about race, man.
Not today.
Tay said that was yesterday. Levon Down gave the salute. Yup, that's right, Jay Walt, beheaded. Don't ever in your life tell me it's not about race. Only in the world a white man can get away with doing shit like this. Fucking monkeys.
Sip the juice. I got enough to go around, and the thought takes place uptown.
They say nothing. If that was the Charlo camp with Errol and everybody running around down there, they'd had the FBI down there. They'd had SWAT teams. Errol never popped dirty, but they talking about his nipples. Man, I ain't gonna belabor the point, man. Y'all already know what it is. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chats, man. Much love and appreciation. It's all about boxing over here. I don't know what the fuck anyone else is doing. Y'all subscribe to everybody who does content. Mike Biggs Boxing, Healing My Body and Coach. He needs 110 more subs. I don't know what the fuck y'all doing with Stormy B, man. Y'all need to go get that education and stop playing. And I'm gonna reiterate this on the way out. Listen, y'all. We just lost Kurt. And that wasn't only a loss to us personally. That was a loss to the world of boxing. You understand? Now you got to go around YouTube and find where those platforms where he was on the panel talking boxing. Honor and cherish and give people roses while they're here. All right? Stormy B-Man's here. Scrapbook Boxing is here. Tay Jones is here. I'm here. 788's here. Black Fight Fans here. KQKC's here. We're here, man. If you don't fuck with us, that's fine. But if you fucks with us, like you say, go get that education. Stormy B-Man, he won't admit it, but he's a historian. All right? 503 Lion, every time I listen to him, I learn something. Cadillac Red, Supreme Beast Boxing Talk, I learned something. I Am Sure Will, I learned something. Bruce Goes, I learned something. George Jakovich, I learned something. Former HBO executive, I learned something. I learned something from each and every one of you guys, and I love and appreciate every last one of you. And we need to show love by way of showing support. Show some support. I'm telling you, man, because none of us got to be here doing this shit. I'm doing it for the love. YouTube says they see value in me, so they, so I'd be dumb to turn down the bread that they're offering. But listen, this has turned into serious stuff because everything I'm talking about today, this is the only way we know how to combat what old media is doing. Because if there was no us, Deontay would have just got railroaded. Devin Haney would be railroaded. Guillermo Rigondeaux got railroaded. Gary Russell Jr. got railroaded. We're the only people out here talking and saying anything. And they ain't the only ones getting railroaded. This is how we fight. But number one, what we have to do is stop fighting with each other and support each other if we love the sport as a whole. That's why I don't get trolling. I don't understand it. You love boxing, talk boxing. And stop talking about other people. This is stupid. Let's get on the same page. You love Bud? Fine. You like Errol? Fine. How many times you heard me say, they need to lock themselves in the room and get it done and do it for the fucking culture. Because all we got is us. When I say us, I do mean black people, but I do mean the real supporters of the sport. Because there's a lot of other ethnicities that don't give a shit what color you are. They just want the fights. They just want the fights. I was fucking with Teofimo until he turned into an asshole. I was fucking with George Kambosos until he now turned into an asshole. I was fucking with Lomachenko until he turned into an asshole. I was fucking with AJ until he turned into an asshole. The list goes on and on and on. But I ain't got to prove myself. I'm a supporter. I'm not a fanatic. What up, monkeys? Get your head out your ass. Stop swinging from the goddamn chandeliers by your feet. And get your head in the game. This is important. You just don't know. And when you're arguing about something you don't know anything about, you look stupid by the day. The general's on, y'all. Much love and appreciation. I'll see y'all tomorrow. No show Friday. No show Friday. That's Kurt Anderson's services. But I will see y'all tomorrow. Much love. Monkeys.
Yeah, come on!